What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to challenge myself in the Go Bad League to see if I can win when I only use teams recommended by the game. Now, if you don't know what this is, all you have to do is delete all of your teams for Great League, and then when you queue up, you get to just see what kind of teams the game wants to give you. Oftentimes, they're really bad teams. This is actually, I think, a team of 3 Pokemon that are built here, which I was going to say, yeah, if you see a team where all of your Pokemon are as powered up to 1500 as they can be and they're double moved, I am forced into using that team no matter how bad it is. This one honestly looks pretty good compared to some of the things you're probably going to see me run today, but yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's get to the battles and see what kind of teams I get. That is a real team. Wait, what the heck is this team? This team's actually kinda cool, but I also absolutely hate doubles, so I don't know. We'll see Shadow Murkrow into, oh boy, into Stunfisk. How are we triple weak to this? I mean, I guess double's not necessarily triple weak to this. Oh wait, why am I on Tackle? That is actually maybe better for us. I don't know if it's better for us, but, you know, double kick is honestly not my favorite attack in the game, so I'm fine, honestly, being on Tackle here. They go for a Mud Bomb, doesn't do that much to us, luckily. I'll go for a Body Slam here before they can swap out. If my Murkrow avoids this, I'm going to be in a better spot, but they are staying in, which means maybe my Murkrow is going to have a hard time in the back no matter what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's weird. They're well over 100 energy right... Well, not 100, but like they're at back-to-back, nearly at 100 energy right now. I don't know what they're doing. They do have back-to-back attacks here. They end up switching out into Corviknight. I mean, at this point, I can switch, right? So I might as well bring in my Murkrow, give it some play this game. They could be on Iron Head. I would be a little bit surprised, though, if they had that as a moveset. Yeah, just an Air Cutter. We survived that pretty comfortably. They get the boost, of course. If they didn't boost there, I could have survived the next Air Cutter and got a second attack off with my Murkrow, but they get the boost. That's not great. But yeah, that Foul Play actually does quite a bit of damage, so honestly, we're not in an unplayable spot. I don't have a great way to finish off this Corviknight, honestly. I'm going to shield this up. Could be a terrible play, but it could be fine. They're probably going to double boost. Okay, they don't. We'll go for Foul Play, just in case they go for, like, a catch on that, what's it called? The guy. The Stunfisk, that's what they have. They let that go. Interesting. Well, I mean, I might as well just bring back in Double, right? If they don't throw both their moves, I get another move off in just a second. And if they do, then I've saved my Murkrow this game, and maybe that's good for us. Oh my goodness, wait. Tapu Fini's actually playable here. I wouldn't say it's good, but it is playable here. I think, kind of. They do shield that, unfortunately. 2. Alright. This is going to be an interesting game. 3. 4. Alright. I'm gonna no-shield the first, I think, but you're gonna see just how squishy this Pokemon is. It's not great how squishy it is. Yeah, it's not like a Azumarill. But I do get the Surf off, and that could be big for us, honestly. Getting a shield here is gonna be probably beneficial to our odds of winning this game. They shield, okay. Because I think what I'm gonna do here is let this go. Go for a peck down. Hopefully get a Foul Play off against that Murkrow, and maybe, or against the Stunfisk, that is. And then maybe I can win this game. Oh, they shouldn't have done that. I think we win this game. Unless one Thundershock knocks us out, right? Yeah, there we go. We actually get the win. The Foul Play is going to be enough here to snipe down the Stunfisk. They had some energy, but they didn't have enough to get to back-to-back moves, so they went for the fast move pressure. But I had just a bit more energy than they thought, thanks to overfarming against the Corviknight. Somehow that was enough for the win. Oh, is this a real team? That's built. I think this is actually a built team for some reason. Yeah? Okay, I guess we're running regular Marowak. Alright, next opponent. Let's see if this one works. This is actually not as bad of a team, I think, as the last one. Although, this is a terrible lead. Although, somehow our backline is actually remarkably good at this. So, maybe we're in a fine spot. Empoleon comes in. That's not great. I wish I had, like, Thunderbolt or something here. But I don't. I'm a Drampa. I'm just stuck on Swift and Fly and, like, all these really bad moves. 8. I mean, I could maybe Brute Force Switch Advantage here if they let this go. Is that something I should consider? I think so, honestly. I'm gonna try it. Just because in theory, Skuntank does wall Gourgeist, at least the charge attack pressure. We'll see, though. Do I farm this down in time? I hope that, like, 10 more Dragon Breaths are enough. There's a chance it's not, though. Let's see what they do. Come on, Drampa! No, they get DRE! This game is so over now. They get DRE against us. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad. Maybe Skuntank is the core breaker that we really need it to be. That is so bad. I cannot believe they just got DRE. That's, like, so impossible. We would have won this! Okay, maybe we wouldn't have won, but it would have been, like, remarkably good for us if we would have won Switch there. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, no. Yeah, that's an actual team. That technically is a team of 3 Pokemon that are built. Wow, that is bad. Alright, this team is beyond worthless. This team never should have a chance. I guess with that said, we pick up a fine lead. Our team on paper triple counters this, right? On paper. In reality, I don't think that's the case. Because Violet here is going to be able to get some shields down from us. What do I bring into this? I guess Regice? I wish I had Thunder. Maybe I get some shields down against this Pokemon? Why do I have a Regice on my team? I do not know. This is not a great Pokemon. They do payback. We'll see what they want to do here. Because they could shield this, I guess, but... You know, okay. I guess they're going for an Air Cutter, maybe? I'm fine with that, though. Because that's not going to knock us out here. It's going to allow us to get this Blizzard off, too. They're probably more likely to no-shield this now that they got that Air Cutter through, right? Yeah, okay, hold on. That's a lot of damage. I'll go for the Earthquake here. I actually outpaced by a single turn. I think the play is going to be just swap back into Caesar in just a second. Because I'm pretty good into Zvilis. I don't want to give him a farm down if I can help it. Yeah, they come back in Zvilis. Likely they go for Body Slams into us. But I think that's fine if they do. Because I should just be able to double Night Slash right here. And while the first Night Slash will not get a shield, I think the second one probably will. Dialga is still remarkably useless in the back, I'm not going to lie. But it's going to try its best. Is that not all you can ask for from a Pokemon? We'll see. Maybe they have a Fairy type in the back. And we just win with Caesar. Oh boy, it's a Doublade. That is not great. Dang it, dude, when do you think you have a chance? When do you think you have a chance with this Pokemon? Shadow Dialga does not fail to disappoint. Oh my goodness, no. That is maybe the worst thing I could see here. Like, a Shadow Caesar, I think would have been winnable. I want to see how much damage I take here from a Sacred Sword with Shadow Dialga. Just for kicks, I guess. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting the Doublade in the back. I was thinking maybe Caesar or Empoleon, which would have been... Oh, that just knocks us out. Maybe I could have got a move off against one of them. Yeah, that... What I hate about that is we actually were so close to maybe having a chance there. And then it turns out there was just not even close to a chance. Wait, is this a real team? It actually is. That's crazy. The first try, we got a team here. Alright, next opponent. I mean, this team, as far as it goes, I could see it maybe having play. We see a little bit of a tricky lead here with a Shadow Feraligatr, or a Shadow Gyarados into our Feraligatr. But maybe it's not that bad for us. Because, I mean, my Shadow Claw damage is going to do quite a bit to them as well. And while Crunch will hurt quite a bit, I could shield that and outpace them. Or if I no-shield properly against a bait, that could also be pretty good for us. Let's see what they're going to do. Honestly, I think I survive a Crunch here, right? So they're probably forced into going for a Crunch no matter what. We'll see what they do, though. Big Crunch. Yeah, we survive that. And we get the Hydro Cannon, which gets a second shield likely from this Pokemon. I think I can bring in Meganium here, absorb a lot of the damage, farm down, and then hopefully Drifblim, once this is gone. I mean, not that Gyarados rather, is that good necessarily into Drifblim, but once it's gone, maybe it's better for us. Honestly, I think shielding the first isn't a bad play unless they get a debuff, but this is going to force them not to... Okay, well, I was going to say, this is going to force them to make it so I don't shield an Aqua Tail, but then they Aqua Tail bait us, which is kind of crazy in my opinion. But hopefully I still Vine Whip down. At least that guarantees they didn't debuff us. Okay, we get a full farm now. We have a lot of energy with Meganium. We'll see what gets brought in here to try to tank it. I probably get 2 Frenzy Plants off this game. Oh, Licky Licky comes in? Hold on, this might be that team that I saw Home Slice Henry running with Stunfisk in the back, which actually is kind of scary if that's the case. Although Meganium is going to try its best to win us this match if that's the case. I need to be able to go for a full Vine Whip down against this and Frenzy Plant the Stunfisk. And I think I'm going to go for that. I have to shield this, right? But I don't know if we have enough in the tank here. Because, like, what's my Drifloon going to do this game? Almost nothing. I'm going to come in here just to try to get a move off against them. But I don't think I do. I think they're at back-to-back discharges, right? This is actually maybe the most tragic thing that could have happened. Because we're so close to being able to win this. But I think we're actually just, like, a little bit short. I mean, Frenzy Plant is a good move. Maybe there's a chance we knock out here with Frenzy. But also, it's a Meganium. It's not the strongest Pokemon in the game when it comes to one-shotting things. But, you know, if anyone can here, we'll see if Meganium can. Oh, it does knock out. Can I Vine Whip down the Licky? Oh, okay, hold on. Drifloon was absolutely useless, but that was a Meganium sweep. Oh, this team's actually built, I think. I think the Slowking's on a really bad moveset, though. Yeah, this is the Jellicent moveset Slowking for some reason. I guess we'll try it, though. Next opponent. I don't know if we can win this one, but we got some crazy wins already. Slowking on the insane moveset against Giratina. If this is on Dragon Breath, I'd be so happy. Nope, Shadow Claw. So let's just switch out. I guess we have 2 counters to this, right? On paper. Oh, Licky Licky comes in? Is it just me, or is this not that bad for Shadow Sableye? I think I can flip this. I have enough of an energy lead. As long as I shield properly against Shadow Balls, the Shadow Claws, over time, put them into range for double Foul Play knockout. That's 5. That's probably going to be a Shadow Ball. Could be an Earthquake as well, I suppose. But I'm fine going down 2 shields here, because, I mean, I only have, 2 useful Pokemon this game, so I might as well hold on to them as I can. Slowking, I don't think, has too much play. But maybe it does. Maybe I'm giving Slowking too much flack here. Oh, they shield that. Interesting. 9. All right. So they're at 5 right now. Let's see if they go for a Body Slam bait. They could. No, they don't. So they're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I just win switch, I think. I think a Foul Play is enough to knock out after the Shadow Claw damage. They might try to go for a shield here and swap out just to bank the energy. They do shield. Oh, okay. Whoa, wait, we actually have play against this with Tentacruel. Or, Slowking, rather. What? Okay. Well, that's really good for us. How do we actually have play with this Pokemon? That's what I want to know. We'll just go for the instant Shadow Ball. Get the knockout before they can even scald us. And, I mean, I guess they can Shadow Ball us with that Licky Licky, but... Oh, okay. Wait, I thought that would knock him out. Hopefully that means I survive a payback. I guess I had more faith in this Pokemon than I should have. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. No, payback does knock us out, unfortunately. I'm going to bring in Sableye here, though. Get the energy lead. They'll bring in that, Licky Licky, right? And probably Shadow Ball us to knock us out, yeah. But now, it's going to come down to Thievul. Can Thievul be good enough to win this endgame? And there's a chance it's not good enough, I think. Because we'll take a Body Slam here. And I don't think that Giratina is going to be in range of a Night Slash knocking them out. And Dragon Claw after Body Slam might be enough to knock us out here. So we'll see. But it is on Shadow Claw. And being on Shadow Claw means there's less fast move pressure, right? So maybe there's a chance. But how much does a Shadow Dragon Claw do? Probably like at least... Whoa, the Ancient Power? What is their moveset? I'm confused. I'm going to play rough here. Get the guaranteed knockout. I should be able to Sucker Punch down the rest of that Licky Licky. But maybe I should have Night Slash. If they do get a move off here with Licky Licky, then I should have gone for the Night Slash. But yeah, they're low enough. I can Sucker Punch down. And I guess they're not on Dragon Claw. That's crazy. Why would you not run Dragon Claw on a Dragon-type Pokemon? I do not know this. But we'll take the 3-2, I guess. Letting the game decide our teams. Getting a 3-2 is kind of insane. And we're climbing even more. We were not supposed to be doing that. Oh, I think that's actually a real team. That's a triple weak to Talonflame, but maybe kind of fun. All right, next game. I mean, we'll see if we don't run into a Talonflame. Well, it's not a Talonflame yet, at least. You know, there's a chance. We did just see a team a second ago that was Gyarados, Licky Licky, I believe, and what was the third? Stunfisk, right? If that's the case, then, you know, I think at this point, it's probably going to save my Go-Goat. Could have gone for a bait there, for sure. But I didn't want to, so I didn't. Just to guarantee a shield. They come in with Ufisk, so it could definitely be that team that we're thinking it is. Which I don't love, necessarily, but maybe there's still a chance here. How much do Mud Bombs do? They don't quite two-shot us. So maybe I can get to 2 Bug Buzzes here, or maybe a Bug Buzz plus an Iron Head, and either get the second shield, or maybe a knockout against them. We'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, they do let that go. That's a lot of good damage, actually. They have the Mud Bomb ready to go. They're at 1 right now. So 4 away from their next Mud Bomb, potentially. Can Wormadam survive the Thunder Shock damage? That's going to be the big question. It's going to be kind of close. I think we do just barely. Okay, Wormadam. They do not want to shield this, right? There's no way they shield this up. At least in my opinion, I don't see how they can. Because then they'd be down 2 shields with the Gyarados. They probably bring in Gyarados to farm us down. No, they bring in the Licky Licky, actually. Which is fine. We can bring in Go-Goat. And I don't think we snuck a Charm there, but I think we at least can farm this down with my Charm damage after the fact. I do survive a move. They go for a Crunch, which hurts quite a bit, actually. I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna hope that I can Vine Whip this down before they get a second move off here with this Gyarados. They got, well, I guess a third move. Well, they do get another move off. Honestly, I have to hope this is an Aqua Tail. It is. Okay, hold on. Don't be able to swap out, please. Thank you. That's good. I guess now we Brick Break and then double Leaf Blade. And hope that we have enough damage here. Or do I... Wait. I honestly have no idea what does more damage, a Leaf Blade or a Brick Break. I wish I could tell you. Honestly, I think Brick Breaks, or Leaf Blade's gonna be enough here. And it is a little bit cheaper. So we'll go for that. I think we're fine, actually. There's no way that they survive a Leaf Blade. And there's no way they get to another... Like, they need 3 attacks here to win, right? Yeah, I have 2 shields. I'm fine. 1 more Vine Whip away from my next move. And I actually think I have the Brick Break ready to go right now, after 1 more Vine Whip, right when I get the Leaf Blade. I do. Okay. Wait a second, Go-Goat. Potentially the best Pokemon that I could have asked for in this situation. We get the Brick Break off. That's going to get the knockout. Okay. I'll take it. Another Home Slice Henry team taken down. Oh, we're getting... Oh, shoot, yeah. I was going to say, we're getting so many good options. Just not real teams. The first real team we get has Shadow Dialga. Thank you, Shadow Dialga. Let's hope we can get a win with this thing. Alright, next battle. I mean, Shadow Dialga, it hasn't got a win ever in my career. Maybe today is the time, and the answer is probably no. It's still not today. Go, Slowbro. What moveset do I have here? That's an interesting moveset. Oh, no. I don't love seeing Furret here. Furret is somehow one of the best answers that they could have to Slowbro. It's kind of sad. You know what, though? If they're on, oh, they let that go, okay. If they're on Trailblaze and Swift, you'll never guess who walls the energy. That's right, Shadow Dialga is gonna put in some work here. Ow, it is Trailblaze, so that's not great. I do get another Confusion through him. Is that good? It could be if they don't get his Swift off. If I can Dragon Breath down thanks to that extra Confusion of damage. But I don't know if my Dragon Breath damage is gonna be good enough for that. Oh, it actually is. Okay, you know, maybe I doubted you a little bit too much, Dialga. I would not be surprised with either Corviknight. Well, that'd be kind of crazy. I think Ufisk actually makes more sense in the back. We'll see, though. I'm going to shield this. I think it's a guaranteed Moonblast. Although it's never a guarantee, right? There's always a chance they go for a Meteor Mash. But I think it's a really likely Moonblast. And I cannot be in a situation where I rely solely on Shadow Dialga to try to win the game. I don't think that would ever work. They're staying in here. And the one reason they could stay in here, that would be good for me, is if there's like a Altaria in the back. That was a nice no-shield by them, I guess. But, like, that's fine. That's fine. We get the next Ice Beam off in just a second anyway. They Meteor Mash this time, okay. Still does quite a bit of damage, but we do survive that. We would survive the next one, that is. Big Ice Beam. Okay, they throw another move here. That's fine. That's very fine. It's an Altari in the back. We win. Right? Like, honestly, I think we could win against an Altari in the back. No! It's an Annihilate! Ah! Well, that's ridiculous. Why does it have to be Annihilate in the back? I thought they'd actually be, like, respectful of the Pokemon. You know the Pokemon that I'm talking about. But no, they're not. They don't respect Talonflame at all. Their best answer to Talonflame is Furret. Maybe I get his shield here. If I get his shield with his Ice Beam, and then Iron Head is somehow enough to knock out, then I can win this game. I don't think I get his shield here, though. Yeah. I would actually be kind of curious just how much more damage would an Iron Head have done than an Ice Beam, because I actually did reach it here. That makes me so sad. We actually would have won this game if they only had one shield allowed. That's another way we could have won this. Okay, well, once again, Shadow Dialga just comes in out of nowhere just to lose the game. This is a team. It's built. Why do I have a weird ear built? Pyro Panda, oh boy. Let's see if we're gonna have any play into this team. Is that playable for us? I think I have Confusion, but I think my energy is just hard-walled by this. But I guess, on paper, my backline is so bad into Gourgeist that I do kind of need to see this here. Oh, we get, the full Confusion Sneak, actually. How much damage does a Seed Bomb do to us? It probably does way more than I'd like. So I'm actually just going to shield that. It might be a terrible play to shield, but, like, I need this thing gone. You have no idea how much I need this thing gone. Big Wild Charge. Okay, we get the knockout, actually. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's also pretty bad for us. The double core break. Not the situation I wanted to be in. We get his shield with his stomp. I guess that's kind of cool. He's at 4 right now, though. I'm pretty sure I know the final Pokemon, but I don't think I can get past this one. I think the last Pokemon is a Florges, which is good for Venusaur. Did he Sludge Bomb immediately here? Or is this a Brutal Swing? It's a Sludge Bomb. I needed to shield that. I had to hope. I had to hope. Yeah, I don't think there's a chance to win now. Do I have Sludge? I at least do have Sludge, which is helpful. Having Sludge gives us, like, I don't know. If I was a Shadow Venusaur, maybe having Sludge would matter. But I think the Florges just survives a move. Oh, they come in with Florges here. Interesting. I should win CMP. And I do wall the Florges energy, which is helpful. Maybe I can farm this down after the fact. I don't know how this is going to go. Nice, that's a lot of damage. I need to no-shield this, and I need to get enough energy against that Guzzlord to get to 2 Sludges, and I also need to hope that debuffed Sludge is enough damage to knock him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get the knockout, actually. Hold on. Wait, does Frenzy do more than Sludge here? I'm gonna go for it, because I have more faith in Frenzy knocking out than Sludge, honestly. I think the debuff might make it so he survives this next move. That does nothing. That does nothing! That was a smart debuff by him. Dang it, man. If it weren't for Meowscarada being such a useless Pokemon for me this game, we actually almost had a chance. We got his shield, at least. We got the last shield. We tried our best. That was not a good team. Is this a real Bronzong? I think it is. Yes. Is this a built Crocodile? It is. Okay. I guess we're using this. Alright. This is a team. I could see myself maybe RPSing someone. Not a bad start. As long as they don't have, like, a Mud Slapper somewhere, we're set. Okay, wait, we wall this. Unless we're on Hydro Pump, which they actually could be. We'll see. I don't know. That is 7. That could be a Hydro Pump. Do I respect this? I think I do. I think I have to make sure I win Switch. Oh, that's a play rough. I should not have shielded. So they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could technically still be on Hydro Pump, and they just baited us. Do we shield the second move? I don't think so. I don't think we can. 6. Okay. Yeah, that's only 6. I know for a fact that's not a big move. I can even overfarm a little bit here and just have a lot of energy for the backline. 2, 3, 4. If they shield this up, I have another Psyshock ready to go, but I don't see any reason they would shield this. I think there's a couple things that could be in the back. Basti would be the best case scenario, but I could see quite a few different things, honestly. They're at 4 right now. I probably should have paybacked just to guarantee a shield or a knockout, but we didn't. We didn't. We went for the Psyshock just because we're greedy. But they have to throw moves here to knock us out, and they do go for a charge attack. So they're at 6, I believe. So Night Slash will come through, but I should be able to incinerate this down before they can get another move off against us. Unless, obviously, they swap out. Oh my goodness, wait a second. That's actually really good for us to see, kind of. We, on paper, wall this. On paper, this is like a hard wall situation. In reality, I guess I don't. Because I'm a crocodile, and I don't wall anything. We'll see. They let that go, thinking I'm gonna go for like a brick break? Okay, well, that was a thing that we just kind of lucked into. Insane. Oh my goodness. Wait, I think this Rapidash is built. Yeah, it is. Wow. I guess this is kind of a real team. Triple weak to, like, Caesar, though, so let's hope we don't run into one of those. Alright, we gotta try to win this one somehow. I don't have a lot of faith here, though. I guess I kinda need to see this here. My backline's pretty weak to ice. But I don't really have a great way to finish this off. But maybe they don't know my moveset. Maybe they don't know. I have to shield a Weather Ball. That would do a lot of damage. They are a Shadow Abomasnow. So potentially they respect a one-shot move here. Because, like, I could have an attack like Mega Horn, I believe. And, I mean, here's the thing. With Abomasnow, a lot of the time you see, like, Ufisk in the back. Which would actually be pretty good for us. Ufisk, Jellicent could be back there too. I just wish that I could actually knock him out with a Body Slam. It's just not gonna be enough. Just not quite enough, I don't think. We'll see what we can do, though. Do we get a shield here? We do. They must be scared of Rapidash. Okay, I think we might have got a CMP there, which would be massive if we did. Because then they don't have a lot of energy for our backline. Okay, we can Acid this down, actually. We Acid this down. We Grass Knot. We Rock Tomb. We Frenzy Plant. We win. These are the ways we win this game. Okay, good. I am on Acid on my Cradilly here, which I was actually a little bit concerned about. They Hydro Cannon us. Good. Good, good, good. Is that good? I don't know. It's what's happening. At least it's not an Ice Beam. 1, 2, 3. We'll go for the Grass Knot here. It's super effective, and it should put them into a Vine Whip downrange. Let's see what they want to do, though. They do let that go. And I think at this point, I'm fine, because they actually just straight up threw the energy here. I think I'm fine just farming down, or at least building up to a Rock Tomb and then swapping to Chestnut. I hope they don't survive to get a Weather Ball off with a Abomasnow. But actually they do, so that's not great. But I think I survived the Weather Ball, and then I have a Grass Knot, plus a Frenzy Plant or a Superpower, or a Rock Tomb if I need that as well. So I think we're in a very playable spot, even still. Oh, it's an Azumarill, okay. Yeah, we have that Grass Knot ready. Frenzy Plant is going to hurt quite a bit as well. Let's hope we have the damage that we need, though. I think we do. I think we're fine. I think we actually win this game. We go for the extra acid. We gotta get the acid damage if we can. Grass Knot is not as strong as Frenzy Plant, so maybe they survive this. They do not survive this. We get the win. Somehow we beat the Abomasnow with this team. And again, I think that's a 3-2 set with Auto-Rect. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. That is a 3-2. That is 2 positive sets in a row. Letting the game decide my teams, and having some of the worst teams imaginable here. We're almost in the 3250s. This is not supposed to be how this is going. I think it's pretty safe to say that you should not rely on the game to give you teams, but honestly, it worked out way better than it had any right to here today, which honestly is always a lot of fun. That's part of the reason that I do these challenges, just to see what happens, to give a showcase to bad Pokemon, and I guess to force myself to use things that aren't just licky licky. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.